What's up, you guys? This is Mojo, and I'm going to show you guys a tutorial on how I make my videos. So for those of you who are having trouble, maybe your file size is too big, you can't upload it to YouTube, or it's going to take forever, or it keeps failing, I'm going to show you how I do it. I'm going to do it step by step. I'm going to show you guys exactly what I do. Now, firstly, my recording software, I use Marillus Action. It's $30 to activate it, but you can get a free version, but that's going to put a watermark on your video and give you a time limit and other things like that, which you obviously don't want. So you can pay $30 for that, or you could pay 30 something dollars for Fraps, but I like this personally. It's easy to use. You choose your settings here, your file format. I shoot it I shoot the well, not shoot, but record my screen in AVI, because if you use an MP4 file, it can only record in 480p. That's the highest resolution you can record in. And also you can choose your resolution, but I'm recording this in 1080p. Your frame rate, and that's your frames per second FPS. So the lower that is, the smaller your video size will be. And I just press F9 and start recording like I did at the beginning of this video, and then press F9 again to stop. So this will work in your games. You just click this little icon and it'll detect when the game is on, and I'll get a little frame rate display up here in the top right corner of the screen, and it'll show it in red if I'm recording and blue if I'm not. So that's good to know. And so once I've recorded a video, it'll show up in here, and this is the one that I'm recording right now. So once I've recorded a video, to edit it, I go and use Windows Movie Maker. Very simple. So I'll show you guys how I make my intro first, and then I'll add a video onto that, and then that'll show you guys how I do. So first I'll open project and intro. So this is my intro. It just shows the picture and plays the song. And it fades out. So for this you can see I have fade out set to slow, so the music will slowly fade out, but you can have slow, medium, or fast fade outs, and you can have the music fade in, but I just have it coming on and no fading or anything like that. But once you've done that, once I've used the intro, well, actually I'll show you guys how I make the intro. So I'll just go to new project. No, I don't want to save my changes. And then I'll go add photos and videos, and my stuff is in downloads. You might put it somewhere else. Logo is the name of my picture for the logo. And see, and that comes up, and then I just add music for my PC, and just add my song here. Do the same thing, hit open, and then that's it. It's extremely simple. So then once I've done that, I'm going to add photos and videos again. Go to videos, and these are all the other ones that I've made. So I'll just use the sample video, because the other ones are big and it would take forever for this to edit. See, now it's preparing the file to make it easier to edit. Depending on the number and size of the files in your project, this might take a few minutes, but it's not going to take very long. It's almost done. Alright, so now it's done. So you see how the music is continued down beneath the video itself? I don't want it to do that, so I'm going to go up to Music Tools up here, and the start time is 0 seconds at the very beginning, and if I want it to end right here, my little bar is at the end of my intro, and it's at 7.03, so I'll just set my end point here to 7.03 and hit enter. So now the music stops right before the video starts. So I'll show you guys how that works now. And it just starts the video immediately after that. Usually that would be a gameplay video, but that's how I do it. And then once that's done, I'll go and hit save movie, and this is what's going to compress your video file depending on your settings. Like, see, if I go recommended for this project, the little drop down box recommended for this project shows an estimated file size of 72.44 megabytes per minute of video. So however many minutes, you're going to have around 72.5 megabytes per minute. So then YouTube, which is one that I use quite often, the estimated file size is only 37.14 megabytes per minute of video, which is a little bit smaller. I usually just use this setting because it gives you the smallest smallest file size with it still being a decent quality. So I can still, the video is still be in 720p HD, or if I did for high definition display, it would be in 1080. So I'll probably do this one in 1080. I usually do it in 720, but this isn't going to be a very long video like my other ones are. So I'll probably do this one in 1080p. So I'll just go and I would just save it for YouTube usually. So I'll just click YouTube, and then I'll just save it as my movie for now. And then it'll compress it. This is essentially what it's doing right now. It's just saving the movie, and it'll compress it down to a smaller size. So once that bar finishes, it'll be done. But if I'm doing a big gameplay video, one that's 13 or 14 minutes like my other ones, it'll take this about 10 minutes to finish, somewhere in that general range. And then uploading it to YouTube will take about an hour, maybe a couple minutes less than an hour. So if you guys are thinking, well, that's ridiculous, no, that's usually about how long it takes. So now I'll open the folder. So now check the properties. It is 23.4 megabytes. So let me check the sample videos here. See how big this is. 25 megabytes. So 25 as opposed to 23.4. So even it's not a very long video, but it's still compressed it a little bit, even though I added on the intro and the music at the beginning. It's still smaller than this one is. But with a bigger video, like I've deleted all of my raw recordings for these videos, but the size was decreased significantly. Like it's gone from gigabytes to megabytes. So you can look at the properties on this. It's only 531 megabytes when it used to be gigabytes whenever I first recorded it. So that's how I do it. Once I do that, I just go on YouTube and then hit upload and just use this video and type in my title and description and all that like any other video. So that's essentially what I do with that. So if you guys have any questions, be sure to post them in the comments. Like if you liked it, subscribe if you want more.